Welcome back, Jewels and Gems. Let me close my vents in case you can hear. So guys, of course I'm back with a new hairstyle per usual. Per usual. I'm driving out in the middle of the storm, in the middle of Dorian. We really haven't been getting hit. We really haven't gotten hit. It's kind of still in the Bahamas. So as I record this right now, I'm supposed to be in the house, but as you guys can see outside my windows, it's very bright outside. So I needed to go to FedEx because they called me and said my package is there, and hopefully it's my 613 hair, so I can go ahead and dye that bad baby. So I just want to jump right into it. I have not forgotten to upload my other videos that I promised you guys, which was why not to go to Florida Memorial, because my friends, they was like, I'm waiting on the video, and I'm like, I'm collecting evidence, folks. Let me collect my evidence. But yes, so let me jump straight into the video. You guys may be shocked by the title. I might even get demonetized just because of the title. Who knows? I don't know, but I want to tell this story. And if you guys think I'm a thought, whatever, you know, H to the double O-E, after I get into telling this story, that's your prerogative. Like, I'm opening up and telling you guys these stories because I think now I can sit back and look and laugh at them. But before, when I was in it, it was not funny. So this is the time that I was dealing with / dating a married man. I know, ladies, we shun upon the side chicks, and I was not intentionally, I'm going to give myself a disclaimer, I was not intentionally no side chick. I'm going to tell you one thing about married men. He was my first married man. Probably, hopefully, my last married man. But, one thing about men that are in relationships and men that are married, they know how to hide things and lie and make you believe things that are not true. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that out the way in advance for whoever's like, well, how this and why this. But this is also because I was gonna do a story time about why I quit WINN DIXIE. Because if y'all didn't know, for the people who was watching my videos when I first started accumulating subscribers, I used to drive to work and used to talk to you guys, or I even have videos while I was at work and stuff like that. Because WINN DIXIE it's ghetto, girl. It's ghetto. But this is also going to be a part of why I quit WINN DIXIE. So I may do a mashup. One week I'm giving you guys another part of the WINN DIXIE story, and then the other week is another part of him. Because he was the manager, the hiring manager for WINN DIXIE. So he is a part of the reason, girl, what? But he's a part of the reason why I actually ended up quitting, because I just couldn't do it no more. So basically, here we go. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not going to tell you guys how I got hired. Well, yeah. So basically, he hired me. So I was in the midst of trying to find another job because Publix would not accept my transfer back. And I, of course, have my baby. And I have car payments still. So at that time, I was paying about $338 a month for car payments. And my car payment was coming up, and I only had one more check from Publix from back home in Plant City, Florida. So what I was doing was just, at the time I was doing Shipt. And so I was trying to do Shipt and do school, but it was kind of hard to do it at the same time. The transitioning, it was just really hard for me. So I was trying to find like a job, and one day I had a Shipt order inside of this WINN DIXIE in Miami Gardens. If you stay in Miami Gardens, you already know what WINN DIXIE I'm talking about. If y'all know this person, oh well, I don't care. The business is out in the streets, oh well. So I went in there and something just said, ask them, are they hiring? And I was so scared. I really wasn't gonna do it. I was like, had asked the girl, dark skin girl, she don't work there no more. I was like, you guys hiring? And she was like, yeah, I'm about to actually go back to college, so they're gonna need a new person. It's me and another girl. We're going back to school. We just down here because we stay here. This is our hometown, whatever. But you can go ahead and ask him. The person she was talking about, we're gonna name him Jolly. I don't know, girl. We're gonna name him Jolly because he was always so happy all the time. She was like, you can ask Jolly. He is like the front end manager who's in charge, so you know he can tell you whether or not they really need people. And so I was like, okay. So when I got done ringing out my order for ship, I asked Jolly, I was like, hey, I was just talking to the girl and I wanted to know, were you guys hiring? He was like, actually we are. We need, you know, we need workers and stuff. He was like, what you could do is you could put an application in online and then call tomorrow and ask for, this is the hiring manager, I'm about to say his name by accident. You could ask for, if we gonna call the front end manager is Jolly, because he always used to be joking and laughing and smiling. And then the guy I was dealing with, we gonna name him Giant, because he's tall, you guys. Like, he's really tall. He's like 6'4", I think. He's really, really slender, really small. I mean, really skinny and really tall. So we're gonna name him Giant. So he was like, just call and ask for Giant tomorrow, whatever, after you finish your application. It took me all night to try to find their store on the website. I was about to go crazy. I finally figured it out, whatever. So I called. This was the first day of school. The first day of school was the day I had to call them, whatever, because I actually was doing a ship order the day before school started. So I was like, hello, hi, whatever. I'm calling. I'm actually looking for. I'm trying to speak with Giant, whatever. And they was like, okay, one moment. So they put Giant on the phone, and he was like, can you come in today so I can meet you, sit down and talk or whatever, just check in. So I'm like, normally when I have to go to an interview or somewhere, something like that, I dress professional. You guys, I look cute today. You know, y'all can't see my whole outfit, but I look cute today. If I take any pictures, I'll insert. But hair done by me. Of course, I always do my own hair, you guys, except for braids. I don't know how to braid. And so after my class, I had that semester, I had about a 3-hour break in between my first 2 morning classes and my afternoon class, whatever. So I had on this smoking red dress, right? See-through, slightly see-through, and sew-in at the time. Was it a sew-in? No, I had started doing wigs by then. So it actually wasn't even a sew-in. It was a U-part wig that I had made. Took me all morning, almost late to my first class trying to put this U-part wig in. So basically, I think I still got the video. I know I still got it on my Snapchat. If I can get it on my Snapchat, I'm going to insert that. Basically, I was looking like I was going to go on Rodeo Drive or go down to the casino. I was looking like a little hoochie. And so I was so scared that he was going to misjudge me off of that outfit alone. So I was like, oh my God, I really don't want to go there just like this. But, F it. Like, I don't have no other time to go and I don't want to miss him. He said he leaving at 4 and my class started at 3. So, no, 1. My class started at 1. I had a 1, a 3, and a 5. Girl, I was never going to see him. So, went up there with this smoking hot dress, right? And I'm just like, oh my God. So I was like, hi, I'm here to speak with Giant. And, they was like, okay. And she was like, Jolly was there. He was like, give me a second, I'm about to tell him that you're here. Girl, I'm just like sitting down on the benches. There's like some benches in there. I'm sitting down on the benches waiting, whatever. I'm getting nervous. I'm like, oh my God, he's not coming out. It's been like 10 minutes, going on 20 minutes now. He still hasn't came out. I'm like, oh my God, whatever. So I'm about to get up and go because I'm getting nervous. So all of a sudden, I just see this tall man. His back was towards me. When he first came out, he had turned this way towards the customer service desk because he thought I was standing over there, but I was at the benches was actually the other way towards the door. So what happened was he turned. When he came out, he turned, and I just seen the tall man and a button up and some slacks. I love a man that's dressed up. If you ever want to make my niece week, I love a man that's dressed up. Like, that business look is so sexy. Oh my God, it's so sexy. Like, and on him, it looked amazing just from the back alone, guys. Just from the back alone. And so I was like, oh my God, I hope that's him. He gave me Wizard Kelly vibes. I'm not even joking, guys. He really, if I could insert a full body picture of him, which I don't have because we never took full body pictures. If I could insert full body pictures of him, y'all would really understand how tall this man is. So he's like your favorite basketball player at your high school. That was the tallest one. That's how he was, right? So I'm like looking at Giant like, oh, I hope this him. Girl, so, right, fast forward, right? So he turned around, he see, and Jolly's like, oh, this is her, whatever. So I get up, I start walking over there. He's like, hello, nice to meet you. We shake hands. He was like, follow me. So I'm just like, I got my bag in my lap because I know my dress is partially see-through. Like, my friends have been telling me all morning that it's partially see-through. And at this point in time, it's like 1, so the sun is at its peak. So I know, like, with the glass windows, he could possibly see my underwear. So I was like, I don't want to give off the wrong impression, whatever. And so what cracked me up is he opened the door and he held it for me to walk in behind him. And if I know a man how I know a man, he was looking at my thong because I had a thong on, guys. I had on the thong, and I know he could have seen the thong. Like I seen it that morning when I got dressed at 8, like 9. I seen it, bro. So I knew he seen it. So I'm like, oh my God, this man is not gonna hire me. I look like a hussy. Like, that's the only thing that was going through my head. And he was asking me all these different questions, and then he was like 20 minutes into it, he was like, come sit over here and fill this out because I can't find it on your application or whatever. So I did it, sat back down, and he was like, so if I was to hire you, how much would you be wanting? And normally I get scared when employees ask me that because I feel like if I say too high, they're going to disqualify me or whatever. I'm like, sis, I don't know, maybe at least $850. Like, that's what I told him. He was like, okay. He was like, you know what, I'll give you $9. And when he said that, I knew I was hired. Because, like, why are you saying that unless you're going to hire me? So he was like, I was like, I'm hired? And he was like, yeah, you have a job now. And I was like, oh my God, like, And so I'm just looking at this man in pure like, you ever been so in lust with a person? Because I wasn't in love with him. I just was in lust of the way he looked. Because to me, he was so fine, you guys. I'm going to describe this man. He was like brown skinned, about my same complexion. My brown skinned, he had a nice low haircut. He kept it clean. And he had a beard, but the beard was shaved up. It was nice and clean. And he had specks of gray all throughout his beard. Like your granddaddy, baby. Like your So I knew he was older because just his beard alone told me he was old. But I was still attracted, girl. Like, sis was still like, yes, sir. You can have me on the hot platter tonight. After you get my uniform. Like, that's how, when I looked at him, that's how I felt. I'm like, oh dear God. So nothing really popped off, you guys, but I got hired, I started, whatever, and he was the person that helped me through training as far as like my first 3 days coming in to do like the little computer work and stuff like that. You guys know how jobs are. You gotta do computer work the first couple of days sometimes and stuff like that. So he was the person that I was working like really closely with because everybody else was managers over actual like positions. He just was hiring manager. So he was basically in there just facilitating, making sure things were going smoothly, doing new hires, taking care of firing, pay raises, stuff like that. That's what he was more so in charge of. So he helped with the hiring process. And my first 3 days, I was with him, and every time I was with this man, he smelled like nigga heaven. Like, let me rephrase that. Man heaven. I'm sorry. Man heaven. He smelled so good, guys. He smelled, ew, her eyes look scary. He smelled amazing. Like, I mean, amazing. And I used to love being around him. Like, I used to be like, he gave me his phone number, you guys, so I can call him so he can tell me when to come in and stuff like that. And at first, it started off very platonic, like work-related relationship. That's it. Nothing sketchy, nothing else, nothing out the way. I didn't even think this man was even looking my way. The first 5 to 6 months I was there, I just was in love with him by myself, you guys. But this is when the table started to turn. And WINN DIXIE got interesting around, I'll say, when I came back. No, right before I left in December for Christmas break to go home for a month. things got crazy. Things got wild. Niggas at dudes, and sorry guys, dudes at WINN DIXIE started trying to holler at me. Because I was the girl that came in, I worked my shift and went home. That's it. I didn't like hang around. I didn't talk to people. I didn't like eat lunch with nobody. I literally came in there, did my shift, and went home. Like, that's it. I didn't care about making friends. Like, the first 4 to 5 months, I really didn't talk to nobody. Like, at all. I made my homegirl, like my homegirl that I was cool with before I left, the 2 girls I was like somewhat cool with, I didn't start talking to them till like right before I end up quitting. Like literally like a month, or not even a month, like 2 months before I end up quitting. And I was there for 7 going on 8 months. So the table started to turn when I used to start actually, because this is the thing about me. When I start working somewhere, I normally start to shop there. Now, when I was working at Publix, I was only shopping at Publix. When I was working for Journeys, I would only buy my shoes at Journeys. Things like that. So, when I started working at WINN DIXIE, because I had a employee discount, and then on top of that, they always had sales, I would only buy my groceries and stuff for my dorm room from WINN DIXIE from now on. So what happened was when they started to see me outside of my work uniform and I used to come on my days off, that's when people started to try to holler at me. And I'm going to tell you how it got interesting. And I knew I wasn't the only one that was lusting when the first dude started talking to me. So we're going to get into that next time. But I just wanted to say thank you, dudes and gems. Please stay with me, guys, because I see y'all falling off. I don't know if y'all ain't hit that notification bell and put on all notifications, not personalized. All notifications, because this is about to be another juicy story time. Just like when I was dating my club manager, me dating my WINN DIXIE manager is 10 times juicier than any and everything I'm gonna ever give y'all, because it went down at WINN DIXIE, it went down in the DMs, and it went down at Benny Honda's, baby. So let's get into that later on down the line. Love you guys. See you guys next time, and don't forget to follow me on my social medias. Love you guys. Mwah.